Okay, let's start. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be presenting about our database-based information system project for UD Sinar Alam, a building material store, and this project aims to transform their manual transaction system into an efficient digital database system. So let's share our PPT. Okay, this is our PPT, database-based information system creation project or transaction management system for a building material store at UD Sinar Alam. Before that, let us introduce ourselves. So first, my name is Nyoman Adya Subakti, NIM 24130910113, and my friend.
My name is Kade Wahyu Alpakusuma Putra. Last three digit of name is 012, and my friend.
And my name is Grisali Samiranga. My last digit name is 089.
Okay, list of content for our presentation today. Number one is analysis of the current system for transaction management system for a building material store UD Sinar Alam. So number two is system implementation, including information system overview and database design. Number three is the RD table, or the team works with a simple agile methodology. Number four is documentation. UD Sinar Alam. UD Sinar Alam is a building material store that sells items like bricks, nail, and beams. Currently, the store still uses a manual system to handle sales, inventory, and customer data. One of the biggest problems is that receipts are written by hand, which take time and can lead to mistakes. Phone number one will be present by Wahyu Alta.
Okay, I will present the analysis of the current system transaction management system for building material store UD Sinar Alam. Next. The current system. First, the transaction processing. The store records sales transaction manually on paper receipt. Two, the receipt show item detail, quantities, unit, price, and total amount. Three, customer information is recorded on the receipt. Customer name appears to be Pak Tresna. And the last, the receipt has a sequential number for tracking purpose. Two, data management. Limited ability to track inventory level. Two is no centralized customer database. Three, manual calculation of total and subtotals. Manual record keeping create risks of data loss and inconsistency, and limited reporting capabilities. Number three, business process challenge. Difficulty in tracking payment status and delivery status. Two, manual record keeping it's time consuming and error prone. Three, limited ability to analyze sales trend or customer purchase history. And the last, challenge in inventory management and recording. So next will be a present by my friend Egi.
Okay, now we move to the system implementation. So there are four things we want to change in the system. The first one is the transaction processing. In the before, sales transactions are recorded manually on the paper receipt. Item names, quantities, and price is handwritten. Total is calculated by calculator. The process is time consuming and prone to human error. And we want to make the sales transaction are digitally recorded by the system. The system automatically calculates subtotal, and total amounts, reducing error and speeding up the checkout process. The second one is a data management. Customer and product data are not stored in centralized database. All information is rewritten for each transaction, causing data duplication and inconsistency. There is no inventory tracking, and all calculations are done manually. And we want to customer, employee item, and transaction data are stored in structured table. Inventory is automatically updated with each max transaction. Calculations are handled by the system, ensuring data accuracy and consistency. The third one is status tracking. The payment and delivery status are not manually on paper and are difficult to monitor. There is no system to confirm whether an item has been paid or delivered. And we want to each transaction as associated payment and delivery status stored in this transaction status table. This status can be updated, tracked in real time, improving reliability and transparency. The last one, the fourth, is reporting and analysis. The store has no capability to generate sales report, track customer, purchase history, or analyze trends. Our review process are done manually, if at all. And we want to, the system can generate sales, inventory, and customer reports automatically based on transaction records. This enables better decision making and strategic planning. And now we move to database design. This new system uses a relational database to manage transactions, customers, employees, and inventory. Transactions are linked to customers and employees, which each item sold is recorded with quantity and price. Payment and delivery status are tracked digitally, making operations faster, more accurate, and easier to monitor. This structure improves data consistency, reduces error, and enables automatic regrouping. And this is our ERD design. In this diagram, there are three main entities, namely employee, customer, and item. Each entity has its own attributes. Employee has ID employee, employee name, and employee phone number. Customer has ID customer, customer name, address, customer phone number. Item has ID item, item price, and item name. And next, there is transaction entity that connects all the main entities in the system. Transaction has attributes such as subtotal, total price, and date, as well as relation IDs like ID employee, ID customer, and ID item. The relationship between entities are follows. Employee has a handle relationship with transaction, meaning that each transaction is managed by employee. This relationship also includes an additional attribute is delivery status. The next is customer has a relationship with transaction with an additional attribute payment status, representing that a customer performs or owns a transaction. The next is transaction has a content relationship with item. In this relationship, there is an additional attribute quantity to record how many items are purchased in this transaction. In that many-to-many relationship between transaction and item, we create a separate context relationship with an attribute quantity. This follows the principle that many-to-many relationship can have its own attribute. With this structure, this system can accurately record transactions, including who handled them, who customers are, and what item were purchased, and in what quantity. And this is the schema. In this relational schema, we can see the relationship between table clearly represented through primary keys and foreign keys. Employee table has ID employee as the primary keys and attribute employee name and employee phone number. It is related to transaction table via ID employee as a foreign key. The next thing is customer table. The customer table use ID customer as the primary key with other attributes being customer name, address, and customer phone number. The transaction table also reference ID customer as a foreign key to establish relationship with the customer. The next the item table. The item table has an ID item as the primary key, along with item name and price. It's linked to the transaction table through ID item as a foreign key. The fourth one is transaction table. The transaction table is the center of the schema. With ID transaction as the primary key, it contains three foreign key: ID employee, ID customer, and ID item. It's connecting to the representative table. In addition, it stores other implement transaction details, such as date, subtotal, and total price. Okay. Next, we move to the table. In this thing, we move to ARD to table. This database consists of the following table. The employee table. This table stores information about employees. It includes attribute ID employee as the primary key, and employee name, and employee phone number. The next table is customer table. This table stores customer information. It includes ID customer as the primary key, customer name, address, and customer phone number. The next is item table. This table stores item or product information. It has ID item as primary key along with item name and price. Next table is transaction table. This is the core table that records every transaction. It includes ID transaction as the primary key, foreign keys ID employee, and ID customer to links to employees and customer, as well as date, subtotal, and price. Now, because there is many-to-many relationship in the system, we have created junction table to properly manage those relationships. The next table is handle table. This table manages the relationship between employees and transaction they handle. It has foreign key, ID employee, and ID transaction, and an additional attribute, delivery status, to record the delivery state. Next table is hash table. This table manages the relationship between customer and their transaction. It includes ID customer, ID transaction, and additional attribute payment status to record the payment condition. The next table is contents table. This table handles the relationship between transaction and the item involved. It consists of ID transaction, ID item, and quantity attribute that records how many units of each system are included in transaction. Each table is structured with primary keys and foreign keys to ensure data consistency, integrity, and to avoid redundancy. Thus, this table structure accurately represents the entities and the relationship in the system we design.
So,
Okay, we can move to the next chapter.
okay, number three is ARD table. So, the team works with its methodology. From ARD table, from the node or Nota in Indonesia. So, the database design is our design process for standard database development methodology, where one is identified key identity, including employee, customer, item, and transaction. So the next we created an identity relationship diagram or ARD. Number three is perform normalization from UNF to 3NF. And the last is develop detailed table structure. For the first this is a unnormalized form or UNF. So the unnormalized form or UNF in table show how all data would appear in a single table, which would lead to data redundancy and update anomalies. The normalized design split this into related table with proper foreign key relationship, ensuring data integrity and reducing redundancy. So from the UNF, we could normalizing analysis from UNF to 3NF and looking at analysis from system table in the table before. Let's analyze the normalization process step by step to inform it into table that satisfy first normal form or one UNF, second normal form or two UNF, and third normal form or three NF. So let's see before the original unnormalized form or UNF. The UNF table contain the following attribute, including ID transaction, date, customer name, address, quantity, item name, price, subtotal, total price, and delivery status. Next, the first normal form, and to achieve one normal form, we need to ensure each table has a primary key, all attributes contain autonomic value, and no include customer name, customer phone number, employee phone number, address, quantity, item name, price, subtotal, total price, delivery status, and payment status. And for the first normal form result, for transaction detail, the primary key is ID transaction and item name. Next, we move to second normal form. And to achieve this second normal form, we need to meet all one normal form requirement, remove partial dependency or the attribute that depend on only part of the primary key, and analyzing the dependency, including item name, quantity, price, and subtotal depend on both ID transaction and item name. So for date, customer name, customer phone number, employee phone number, address, total price, delivery status, and payment status depend on only ID transaction. This is the result of second, second normal form. The first is transaction, and the transaction primary key is ID transaction, including ID transaction, date, customer name, customer phone number, employee name, employee phone number, address, total price, delivery status, and payment status. So the second is transaction item. The primary key is ID transaction item name. So this including ID transaction for the primary key, as the name, quantity, price, and subtotal. So this is the result of second normal form. We next to third normal form. From the third normal form, we can see in this presentation, and to achieve the third normal form, we need to meet all second normal form requirement and remove transitive differences, which is non-key attribute that depend on other non-key attribute. So from analyzing the transitive dependency is customer name and address depend on customer phone number, sorry, and employee name depends on employee phone number, and price depend on item name, and subtotal depends on quantity and price. And this is the third normal form result is customer table, and primary key is ID customer, including ID customer, customer name, and customer phone number. For the employee table, the primary key is ID employee, is including ID employee, employee name, and employee phone number. For the item table, the primary key is ID table, ID item, and the item ID, item name, and price. Next is transaction. Transaction has primary key is ID transaction, and the foreign key is ID customer and ID employee. The table is ID transaction, date, ID customer, ID employee, and total price. We move to transaction item table. The primary key is ID transaction, ID item, and the foreign key is ID transaction and ID item too. And this is the table including ID transaction, ID item, quantity, and subtotal. The next is we create an transaction status table. Is the primary key is ID transaction and foreign key is ID transaction too. the table including ID transaction, delivery status, and payment status. For note, we add unique identify for ID customer and ID item for customer and item entities since the UNF table didn't explicitly show this in a implementation. This would be properly defined primary key. So these three NF take for normal form design and resolve all the functional dependency and eliminate redundancy in the database while maintaining data integrity through the proper relationship definition. So in this third approach, ID transaction serve as both the primary key of transaction status and as a foreign key referencing the transaction table. This is a table in database design when implementing a one-to-one relationship to oppose first in generally simpler. This works because each transaction has exactly one set of the status value, and the primary key is transaction status. Ensure that you cannot create a multiple status record for the same transaction. So the normalization process, starting with a normalized form or UNF containing all the data single table, we should first is applied one normal form by eliminating repeating group. Second is applying second normal form by removing partial dependency. Then the last is applied through normal form eliminating transitive dependencies. And this the process result in six probably normalized table that reduce data redundancy and maintaining data integrity. Okay, for the final database structure or final database design include customer table or customer detail. Its transaction, and last is transaction status table or payment are properly linked with primary key and foreign key relationship. Okay, for the system is will be created by us. So this is the documentation for our project. This is the face-to-face meeting to meet the shop owner and discuss. And this is the conditioning view and interview with the shop owner about the transaction system. And this is discussing in WhatsApp group that we created before. And this is the virtual meeting via Zoom application and Discord application. So for the conclusion will be presented by Wahyu.
Okay, I will present the conclusion. So, the project of creating a database information system for UD Sinar Alam has successfully identified weakness in the manual transaction system based on paper notes and designed a more efficient solution. Through a database system normalization to 3NF, the analysis revealed that the manual system is prone to calculation error and has limitation in inventory tracking and sales data analysis. While the new design with the main entities employee, customer, goods, and transaction offer reduce data redundancy, improve data integrity, and better linkage capability between data. The implementation of this system will improve operational efficiency through more accurate tracking of payment and delivery status and provide comprehensive reporting capability to support business decision making, thus not only solving existing problem but also providing a solid foundation for UD Sinar Alam business development in the future.
Okay, so for this our presentation, there's have a system benefit of implementation of this system will be provide Ude Sinar Alam with reduction calculation error, improved inventory tracking, and change customer relationship management, and better business analytics. So this is streamlined transaction processing, reliable payment, and delivery status manager. For the conclusion, that in conclusion, our database information system is successfully addresses the limitation of Ude Sinar Alam's manual transaction system by implementing a properly normalizes relational database design, and we have created a robust foundation for improved business information or business operation and future growth. Thank you for your attention, and we happy to last. We say thank you again, and we gonna close this presentation today. Thank you.